on Spark FM. Shout out to everybody that got it locked in. Getting kind of hot in studio, you know what I'm saying? Blazing the airwaves. Shout out to everybody that's listening on Spotify, listening on Pandora, listening on the app, Spark FM app. And yeah, everything's good. We got a special guest in studios today. And yeah. So no more long talking. I'm gonna test the levels for my special guest, and then we gonna get straight into the interview. All right. So say a little 1, 2. Let's see if the people can hear you. Say a little 1, 2.
Okay, my name's Muna. How are you guys?
Oh, don't speak with you. My name is Muna. Yeah. How you doing today?
I'm well.
That's great. That's great. Engineer, just making sure everything sounds good. That's what I like to see. That's all about having fun, all right? Let me just adjust one more thing, but as I adjust that, just tell the people who you are, your name of your business, your entity, your baby, because a business is like having a kid. Trust me. I know. And just tell the people the services you provide, all right?
Yes.
All right, there we go.
So my name is Muna. The business I run is called InTheMoud. It is a business that specializes in facials, waxing, all types of skincare specials. And yeah, that's what I do. It's what I love to do. And that's what the people love.
Oh, she said, that's what I like to do, and that's what the people love. All right. I flip. Hold on, I just got to adjust a little 1 and 2. And, yeah. So, tell me. I saw the services you provide on Facebook. I seen some pictures of you doing makeovers and changing people, and, you know. So tell me this: what is, like, how did you get started? What's the story behind it? It's always good to hear a good story. It's always good to hear how you got started and how everything kind of, from what I've noticed from all the people that I've had on the show, it started on accident. Mm-hmm. It wasn't on purpose. It was just like, oh, okay, just something I like to do, a hobby, or your mother told you to do something and you did it, and it was like, oh, I'm good at this. You know, like, So how did that happen?
Yeah, so like this definitely wasn't something I planned. I actually went to go get my eyelashes done one day by this girl. Her name's Marie. And at the time, she was a lash artist, and she was located in her house. And I went to go get my lashes done for the first time. And I just loved how she was in her home. She was comfortable, and she was doing something she enjoyed doing. So I just asked her, like, how did you get started? Like, what made you want to do this? And then she just told me what school she went to. And from there, I looked into the school. I went to go visit, and then I enrolled.
Oh.
So it was really a on the whim thing. It wasn't like, oh, I've been plotting on this and like now I'm going to do it. It was like, okay, I think this is something I want to do, so let me try.
Okay. So in a sense, it was more impulsive.
Yes, it was very impulsive.
Oh. So like she did such a good job that she made you want to do the same thing.
Literally.
Wow.
And not only that, it was just like her setup. Like she was in her house. The room that she had it in, it wasn't her bedroom, but it was like, it was in her home, you know? So I'm like, wow, she's working from home. She's making money. And
wow.
Like, what more could you ask for at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, wow. So usually it's a long story. It's just like, yo, I
it was just that. Once I went to go visit the school, I just envisioned myself there. Like, it was a nice school. I love the makeup room. I've never been one to, like, be into makeup or girly things. I actually was a tomboy growing up. So this is kind of like...
No.
Yeah.
So how was your journey at the school?
School is fun. I'm a people's person, so like when it came to meeting new people, that was easy. It was more so I was more so like concerned about being good at what it was, like being good at doing facials or being good at doing makeup, because I didn't have that prior knowledge. It was something that I was gonna have to learn
Learn.
there. Yeah,
So you actually had absolutely no experience,
exactly. No
starting from
experience,
square one.
nothing.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of your classmates had experience. It was like,
Yeah,
I know how to
there
do
was
this. I
girls
know.
that were full on MUAs, and all they needed was their certification, or already did lashes, but they needed their certification to do it in Massachusetts. So
Oh.
they already had the talent. It was just a matter of getting the certification. I didn't have the talent. I just was like,
So how was the learning curve? Like, tell me about that.
well, like personally, I'm a very hands-on learner. So like,
Kinesthetic, yeah, oh, just like me.
yeah, like
Okay.
my teachers, like how they would do it is kind of in tandem, which is they would do it on a live model. We would watch them live, and then we would partner up and then do what the teacher did. So
Okay.
it was really just like that with everything.
Okay, so you just kind of like mimicking what they do, partner up with somebody.
Exactly.
So it was kind of, the school was in your favor to the point where, or yeah, to the point where it's like it was easy for you because you're able to learn. Okay, this is how you gotta do this. This how, and it's
Exactly.
hands on.
Yes, very.
So the power of learning hands on was definitely in your favor. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
So did so you finished school?
Yep.
Then what? Like what happens?
Okay, so I started school in the end of 2018, and I was part-time. So I was only going to school 3 times a week, Monday and Wednesdays, after work. So it was like late classes from like I think it was like 5 to 9. I don't even remember. And then Saturdays it was like a full day. So it took a whole year to finish school. I finished in 2019 at the end, like December 2019. And then going into 2020, that's when I was fully like a licensed esthetician. I was working in a salon at the time. And yeah.
Okay. So I'm taking the story piece by piece, as you may notice. So now, boom, going to school, working, finish school, you're licensed, you're working in a salon. Now, from what I know, from my friends tell me, working in a salon is very different from owning your own.
Yes.
Owning your own, basically, to much is given, to much is required. So there is a lot of, how would I say, there's a lot of headaches that you have to go through. And so how did you make that change from being in a salon, or did it happen gradually? Like, what was that process, and what made you make that decision that you didn't want to be in a salon no more?
So when I was working in the salon, when I started, I was still a student. So the stuff that we offer in the salon is like only licensed estheticians can do, such as facials, waxing, etc. So as a student, I'm not able to do those things. So it made sense for me to start there because I got to learn like the functioning of a salon. I got to learn like what it's like to take clients, not from like firsthand, but from secondhand, because I'm booking the clients and I know the girls that are taking the clients, you know what I mean? So
Right.
I got a lot of insight from the employees at the time who were taking clients, just seeing like their work schedule, seeing how long their days were, what makes them exhausted, what services they like to do, what they don't like to do. So I feel like it was kind of like essential to go through that in order to get to where I am today, just to know how to, work a salon, how the function of a salon should go. So like there's really levels to it, and I feel like that was necessary during that time.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So being essentially, could I say that you were an intern or that you were?
Well, I was an employee.
You was
I
a-
just
I
was
mean-
a student in training.
Okay, student
I would say.
SIT.
Yes.
You
Yes.
was a SIT.
I was a SIT.
So student in training. So you kind of learn the ins and outs, things, tricks of the trade. Certain things like one thing I'm an advocate of. Well, I'm an advocate of school and education and training, but also I'm an advocate of, just working. Because there's certain things, and from someone who I hated college.
Me too.
I hated college. And I ended up out of college. I got my degree, and not only that, I graduated and ended up working at the same college as a director that I graduated from. So I know that there's certain things in school that you learn and certain things that you won't learn. So would you say that both sides were beneficial to you working in a salon, also going to school? Do you think you got the kind of best of both worlds? And would you suggest that for other people who may want to go the same route that you're going?
Yeah, so definitely I do recommend it. So the job got presented to me because my teacher at the time, she just posted it on the board. So technically anybody could have applied. Other girls in my class did apply as well. And I just happened to get the job. You know what I mean? So but starting off, I didn't know what to expect. You know what I mean? I didn't know if they were going to keep me there forever. I could have just stayed on desk and just been that person, you feel me? So I didn't know if I was going to grow in that position or if they were going to just let me stay there, you know what I mean? But going in, it just made sense as time went on because I didn't have the knowledge I needed to work in a salon yet, school only teaches you the basics basically, but then to apply it in the real world you kind of need that exposure and you need that experience. So I was actually very thankful because if I was to just start a salon right after school, I wouldn't have been comfortable enough to start right away, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
So it definitely was an adjustment, but it was very helpful. And anybody who is in school, I do suggest that they do start on a desk, whether it's European Wax Center or if it is an Elizabeth Grady salon. It's just good to start somewhere. You can't just pass stages and skip stages to get to the rooms and stuff like that. You have to go through each phase.
Okay. And my thing is this also, I want to know, in school, were there all women, were there men, were there both?
There was men, women, transsexual people.
Everybody.
Yeah, there was all types of people. There's so many people interested in this industry that it's you can't just assume that just women want to do this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's all types of people, and it's such a growing industry that it's anybody's accepted. That's why I love it so much, because it's so diverse. You work with so many different people, clients, even people that are also doing the same thing as you, and that's why I love it.
Okay. So there's a lot of people that, and I'm talking to everyone that's listening, there's a lot of people that's in this field, but it's also a growing field. It's always changing. So there's room. Don't feel I'm not going to do this because we got 30 people in Boston that's doing. No. Everybody could be out here making money. And you're not the only person that I know that is in kind of the beauty realm.
Yes.
That says that. There is room for people, and there's money to be made. Who doesn't want to look good?
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
Or stay young forever.
Yeah, who doesn't want to? So my thing is this: if you are interested, don't second guess yourself. You know what I mean? So, all right, you start your own business. How was that process like? Because I seen some things on, I did my research.
Yeah.
Seen some things on Facebook, and I seen some moments where I was like, I seen something recently. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
LLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that. You know what I'm talking?
No.
Oh, she's like,
I'm like trying.
she's like, I'm so lost. Oh my god. So
I'm like trying to like
you get
it.
it. You actually, I believe it was when you, actually filed in the city and got your real
Yes.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
So I seen that. I was like, yes. So
Yes.
that was definitely dope. Explain the process of, was it hard? Was it easy trying to get your own LLC? Because you're a licensed business.
So this is the thing.
Yes.
I didn't get my LLC because I learned that it's smarter to get your LLC once you have employees, once you have people actually working under you. You know what I mean? But what I did get is a EIN number, which is like
Tax ID.
a tax ID number for my business. And I registered my business name in the state of Massachusetts. So technically, yes, my business is legitimized.
No, your business.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, it is legitimized. But I didn't get an LLC yet, which I'm gonna do eventually. But I didn't have to do it yet because I don't have employees under me. You know what I mean? I am a sole proprietor, which means I run my business by myself. You know what I mean?
Kind of like a 1099 miscellaneous.
Exactly.
Okay,
so that's really all I needed right now. Once I do branch out and eventually do have people working under me, then
once
I could.
You're a millionaire. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, hey, I'm gonna be a millionaire before that.
Okay. Well, don't forget about small people.
Know.
You know.
I won't ever, never.
Don't forget about the small people. So, was the process hard going through this?
Oh my God, it was so simple. So
Really?
in Boston, it's actually a little bit harder. There's a waiting list to get your business license for Boston because you have to go to Boston City Hall. And Boston City Hall is a little backed up right now. So you have to book your appointment to 2 weeks out. But since my business is located in Randolph, all I had to do was walk in to the Randolph City Hall and then register my business, which was super simple. I didn't have to go on a waiting list.
Right, yeah.
Boston's bigger, so it's different, but
I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I had you remember, I don't think, yes, you do remember the t-shirt thing when I was a clothing company. So I tried selling t-shirts. T-shirts were dope. People liked it. People actually was like, yo. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go downtown. This is during the pandemic, early during the pandemic. So I go downtown Boston. We're closed for today because it was only open 1 day or 2 days a week. So then I come back. You're here too early. Or whatever. I come back again. You're here on the wrong day. When I tell you it was just to open up a tax ID and all, so the fact that it was a smooth, sailing.
Well, at first I had applied for Boston, so I had to set up an appointment with Boston City Hall, and then they emailed me back actually we canceled your appointment. You actually have to go to Randolph City Hall, and then that's how I found out.
Okay.
So it was still a process, and it's just a matter of information that you know what I mean? If you know, then it's easier versus if you don't know,
Okay.
So yeah.
So I don't believe I asked you this earlier. What are the actual services you provide in terms, because I heard you talk about waxing. I heard you talk about makeup, I believe. So it seems like you provide multiple, services. What are all the services so that the people know everything you provide? And
so I do facials, which it ranges. There's all types of different facials. There's basic facials. There's facials with chemical enzymes, and then there's facials with AHAs and
what's AHA?
That's alpha hydroxy acids, or that's what you would call a peel. But the peels that I work with are superficial, so they're not gonna peel your whole face off, but they're gonna still do the job. You know what I mean? Work on the hyperpigmentation, work on the wrinkles and dark marks and all that good stuff.
So you make grandmas look like them.
Yeah. Skin tightening and all that good stuff. Yeah.
And what is so it's not like anything that's toxic to your body that you use.
No, so personally, the services I offer are all services that I've done that worked with me. I have very sensitive skin. I have had eczema as a child, so my skin is just really sensitive, you know. So anything that works on me is something that I would be willing to offer. Versus if it doesn't work for me, I'll just be a little more hesitant. It's not that I wouldn't offer it, but you know, I just want to make sure it works. You feel me?
Right. Okay. So, are your products natural? Do they like? They should work with everybody, or like?
Yeah, most of my products work
skins?
with all skin types.
She said both of our skins.
Most of my products work with all skin types. Like I said, I graduated from Elizabeth Grady School, and they also have a salon. They also have their own product line. So I've worked a lot with their products. So there's just certain things by them that I kind of swear by that I'm like, okay, this works. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'll start there as like the
foundation.
Exactly.
Okay, and then go.
Exactly. And then from there, like me, myself, I'm testing different things. There's so many different brands of products and stuff that it's like I kind of got to go through trials and tribulations before I feel comfortable enough to offer it for my clients. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, just going through those different processes. It's all a process.
So, I went on Instagram yesterday or the day before. And, excuse me. When I went on Instagram, I seen people looking like Thriller. And then after it was like, who's that? I'm joking. Don't kill me. Don't message me on Instagram like, who are you talking about? Nah. But I seen like the facials, and not to say like, I feel like you take like it takes out you expose the true color of someone's skin.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, what are the benefits to, other than that, like what are the benefits to a facial or I don't know if I'll say proper wax. I'm not familiar with beauty, so
yeah,
you gotta kind of
teach me. Benefits of a facial, just to be like broad, I guess, is just to like rejuvenate and refreshen your skin. You know what I mean? Like there's things that we can't get rid of just with a rag or just with wiping our face with our cleanser. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like going to an esthetician, it kind of goes a step deeper and like getting the things out that you can't get yourself, you feel me, without damaging your skin. Because there's a lot of times people have breakouts or huge pimples and they'll try to pop themselves. And it's like they'll have a mark on their face for like 2 years after that. You know what I mean? And it's like if you did it the right way.
I feel like you're talking about me.
If you did it the right way.
She's talking to me now. She's like, if you did it the right way,
then you'll be good though, you know? Like, and then even with waxing, like a lot of women come to me and they're like, Muna, I have so many ingrown hairs, and you might not know what that is. I know
what an ingrown hair is. Just because let me tell you, Facebook on YouTube, you see a lot of things.
You see a lot.
A lot.
So yeah, they come to me like, help me. And I'm like, okay, I got you, girl. But it'll be like, okay, this is someone that's shaving like every other day and they need to wax. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I can say nani, but they want to keep the nani real, and you know.
They want to keep it smooth
and clean. Yeah. The hot and steam. That's why they get the yawny steams and the hot steamy.
I'm about to start offering those too, actually. So stay tuned.
Oh yeah. Well, ladies, if you need a yawny steam, you know, if you need a yawny, we gonna make sure you're nani right.
Exactly. Period.
Yo, we have to have fun. It's a show. Why is everybody laughing at me?
Because it's funny, but it's true.
But it's true. You're right. It's very true. Like, I feel like especially me, I'm not into like dermatology, esthetician. I can't even spell those words right now. But like, those things are definitely important.
It's
Skin
very
health.
important. Yes.
A lot of people don't look at their skin, you know what I'm saying, and think those things are important, but those things are very important. You know, in terms of acne, in terms of if you're shaving too much and you're getting ingrown hairs, if you have eczema, you know, I actually have eczema. I used to have it way worse than what I had it now. But like, I remember growing up, anytime it got hot, June, forget about it. Scratching the back of my feet, not feet, the back of my kneecaps, you know.
Yeah.
Where that, scratch my arms, my neck, my chest. Oh my goodness, it was terrible.
Yeah, that's
know,
actually something I struggled with as a kid too.
Yeah, and it happened. I know exactly how I started getting it. I was in vacation Bible school, you know, and a kid pushed me into some hives. Ever since that day where I caught the hives, I've had eczema. You know, so, and I remember my parents, there's only one thing that I know that can only be found in Costa Rica that worked. But I ran out. So, you know, I have to take a flight. But skin health is very important, people.
Yes.
Just know that. Skin health is very important. And has there been any challenges where you feel like, yo, I'm good on this. I'm all set. Like, being a business owner is hard. It's not easy. It's never easy. There's always something. There's always sleepless nights. There's always worrying. There's always like, how am I going to pay this? How am I going to do this? Has there ever been a time where you personally like, you know what, I'm going to throw in a towel. I'm good. Has there?
Honestly, not yet.
Okay.
I haven't felt that way only because like everything's so new, but I know with any successful business comes heartache, comes, you know, just trying times. So like I'm expecting that. I'm not like gonna take that and say, oh, forget this, you know, like I'm expecting all that to come. So I'm just ready for whatever, honestly.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in about 5 years? Like,
I have no concrete answer only because like the type of person I am. Like this is what I'm doing now, but there's no telling. Like I might be starting my clothing line next year, or you know, like I'm going back to school in September from massage therapy, and like that's going to be another service that I'm taking on. So like I'm just always willing to grow, willing to learn new things, just to progress, you know what I mean? I'm not the type of person that's going to just sit back and be like, okay, I'm content. Like I feel like I'm never content.
Right.
Like I always want to do more. I always want to figure out the next new thing that I could do to make money. Like,
right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like this is a day where our parents weren't thinking like we were. And like my guest said, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, he said we were $10 short from being a millionaire. I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, we were a $10 investment short from being a millionaire. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he was talking about like, we have to invest in our passions, invest in what we believe in, invest in what we like to do. It may not always be easy, but we have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that like right now with you, you know, it's just like you're very optimistic and you're like, yo, hard times are going to come. It is what it is. Let's keep it moving. Let's make this money.
Exactly.
You know, and I love that optimistic thinking. I think that's very dope. And it's like, those times will come as some word of encouragement. Those times definitely will come. But you just got to keep pushing. As if you ever watch Finding Nemo?
Yes.
So just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Yes.
For real. Literally, how many, my engineer, how many times I said that? I say it a lot, right? I call you like, yo, we need this, da-da-da-da-da. We need that. We need to do this. I'm like, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. For real. Because as stupid as it may sound, it's a word of encouragement. You know what I'm saying?
It's true, though. Yeah.
So, It's about time. We a little over, but I don't care. It's a pleasure for having you here.
I'm so grateful.
Oh yeah, of course. And I have like 2 or 3 more questions.
Okay, we could go all night. Let's
All
go.
right, let's go. So, other than being in the beauty realm, what do you like to do?
I just like making people feel good. I don't know. It sounds very like cliche, but like I just like bringing light to people's life because everybody goes through whatever they go through. You know, everybody has times where they feel low, and like I feel like with what I do, like there's a moment in time where you could just escape. You know, escape everything you're going through, escape work, like responsibilities, kids, even. You know, like you just have a time for yourself, you know. And a lot of times people forget like you need to make time for yourself and you need to like take care of yourself just in general. And like I feel like I'm that reminder, like
Okay,
you needed that. You know, like people will fall asleep during their facials and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, like you needed that, you feel me? Like you needed to chill for a second.
Hold on, the engineer's laughing. Have you had a facial before?
It's so
hold on,
true,
hold on. You ever fall asleep during a beauty, you know, one of them things? Yardy scheme, or if you ever have any
You feel me?
What's
it's
a,
just
the
Vijay show. Ooh,
Vijay show? What?
Boy, you don't want to know about that.
All I know is I love the first word. I love the first word.
Yeah. Vijay show's a list though.
I don't know what that is, but like it.
Yeah, like you know, but people don't realize that they need that, you know.
Self-care.
So I'm so big on that, like self-care. Take care of yourself. Like, yes, you're a full-time mom, but you're also yourself, and you deserve to take some time off and relax. So
So do a lot of guys come to you?
A lot of guys hit me up inquiring about something. And, like, I've had a few people come for facials and stuff.
They be timid.
Yeah, like, I feel like guys are like, do I really need that? Like, or they're like, oh, that looks like it feels good, so let me go to get that done. Like,
you know? I ain't gonna say, you talking to me, but we don't know the full
But they need that. Guys need it more sometimes.
Yo, stop trying for styling it. You know how you on my show trying to style me?
Yeah.
Cause like guys need it more. Looking at me like, nigga, you need it.
Like SpongeBob. I don't know.
I need it. Like, yo, how you gonna come crazy on my show? I brought you. Oh, it's good.
But it's good. It's good to know though too, because guys, you know, sometimes it takes someone to tell them that they need it, versus them taking their own. Versus them taking their own.
I'm sorry, yo. You feel like you talking
I'm just saying, like.
I'm just saying, you could do better. Okay, Drake. Like,
you know, like.
All right, so. I gotta take a breather. I gotta take a breather.
But you'll love it though. It's the best thing ever.
Love it. Oh, I love it, dear. Yes. Oh, okay. Stop laughing. Got me looking crazy on my own show. All right. So we a little over time, man. So you said you like to make people feel good. Yes. So through the services you provide, so you definitely make people feel good. They fall asleep. Mm-hmm. Can I ask you a crazy? Anybody ever start snoring?
Yeah, I've gotten that a lot actually. Like clients falling asleep, they usually wake up apologizing, and I'm like, "You're good, you know. Like I'm here. This usually happens." So, but it's just one of those things that is like so relaxing that you're like, damn, like I'm so relaxed right now, you know, and you just catch yourself and you're like, wow, like.
Well, maybe I should take the whole crew, take the whole Shot O'Clock show crew.
Yeah.
You know,
self-care day.
Self-care day, yeah, self-care day. We're gonna put that in the budget and see.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna put that. We're gonna. He's like, yo, I I am not going to that sugar honey iced tea. You going for self care day for the shot o'clock crew? If I go, yeah, don't worry about Bud Bun. Is the master? All right. So, tell the people how they can reach you.
Yes, so you can hit me up on Instagram at InTheMoud, InTheMoud.
Sorry to interrupt you, but you had to look up in the sky like the sky.
Because I'm like, wait, how you spell that again?
Engineer, is the camera on me? Is the camera on me? So she was like, hold on. Let me, carry the 5 +2. Okay. Let the people know how they can reach you on Instagram, Facebook, all that. All right?
So you do @InTheMoud, InTheMoud, and that's where you can find me.
MOUD, not in the mood like MOOD.
Nope.
MOUD.
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 Yes.
In the mood.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds sweet. I like sweet things. All right. Like them type of stuff. But anyways, shout out to everybody that had it locked in with DJ Prospect. This was definitely a dope interview. Hopefully in a year, probably next year, we'll have you back on. We are closing out the season. This is just season 1.
Wow. Amazing.
If you want, you could pop out to the season finale.
When's that?
End of July.
Well,
so
let me know.
For all the people that's been watching the YouTube series, watching the show, next week is probably the last week until for season 1. I know y'all are sad. I know people's like, what are you talking about? But we're gonna have a season finale, and July 5th, you heard it here first. I'll be dropping the flyer for the season finale. Now on Thursdays, you can still come to you can still have it locked in with Prospect. Tuesdays you can still listen in, and it'll be just me playing music. I'm not gonna do interviews or anything like that because we will be preparing for that big how would I say, season finale for season 1. After the finale, we'll be taking a break. I will not be here. I'll be chilling. I'll get go call Muna and Miss Staples and we'll probably do self-care day and or whatever you want to call it. Yo, see, my engineer laughing at me. See, that's getting deducted from your check.
Oh.
Huh? Yeah. Oh, paying. No, you get paid. Huh? You said nah. For free? You do this all okay. Yeah, all right. Just make sure when the check reach your house, the check for season 1. Because you get paid seasonal employee. Yo, let's get off of this. All right. Anyways, make sure you have it locked in on the Shot O'Clock show. Mm-hmm. Season 1 finale next week. We got, you know what? Just wait till tomorrow. We dropping a flyer. And, yeah. You trying to slide through for next week? Of course. All right. Peace. We out. Peace. Hold on. She's like, peace. Engineer, we're good?